Alright guys, welcome back to another episode of Planet Zoo. Today we're doing a fairly simple enclosure. It's going to be the Indian elephants. And yeah, also I do want to apologize for not uploading at all over the course of the weekend. I got busy. I have a family member in the hospital right now, and so I just wasn't able to film at all. So sorry for missing the weekend for the ESO videos. And then also on Wednesday, there probably won't be a video. There'll be a video on Friday, but there probably won't be a Planet Zoo video on Wednesday. I don't think I'll be able to. So I'll probably end up just doing an ESO video, or there just won't be anything for that day. I'm not sure yet. But because I that shared enclosure is going to take me a while to build, and I haven't been able to even start it yet. So, but that's the next enclosure. Um, but yeah, so no video Wednesday probably for Planet Zoo. Um, but yeah, so I'm just building the barrier walls. I'm just using the thick glass because it looks good. This is probably my favorite barrier outside of like gabion and just like standard brick. Because this barrier just works with everything. It works in any theme and for any enclosure. It just works great. Oh, sorry. Yeah. So this was a very like simple enclosure overall. Um, I I don't know because it was elephants. I built it basically how my elephant enclosure is at my zoo, and it's very flat. And then they have a little river and a pond. I didn't do the river; I just did a pond. But so I didn't want to do too much elevation. And I mean, you got to think in their natural habitat. Well, these are Indian elephants actually, so their natural habitat is actually very there's a lot of elevation. There's a lot of hills and stuff. Now that I think about it, but it's all right. Yeah, so it's a very flat habitat. It's a very simple habitat just overall, you know. Um, and then as you can see, I constantly have to maintain the zoo because stupid shit. Oh, sorry. But so yeah, I did a pretty sizable pond, so they have something to play in. Cause right now we're only adding in two Indian elephants, but by the time that this enclosure is hopefully thriving, there should be like 20 or so Indian elephants. At least that's what I'm thinking. This might be too small of an enclosure for that many elephants, though. I'm not sure. I did end up doing a pre-made hard shelter, just because I didn't know what to build. And yeah, that's really it. I just did not know what to build. So I went with the pre-made structure. And I think it looks fine. I think it looks good. I do wish that I built my own, but I'm so sorry. I'm so tired. But the only reason I didn't build my own is because I didn't want to waste a bunch of time and then have it not work, like with the giraffes. The giraffes, I thought I built a super cool enclosure, or a super cool hard shelter. Ended up not being viable whatsoever, no matter what I did. So I didn't want to go through that again. Just plop down a hard shelter, be done with it. Which, by the way, oh my god, look how much bedding that is. That's just insane. But it looks good. It's good for what it is, being a pre-made hard shelter. Looks fine. I put in 2 food troughs just because we have been having some like feeding issues with the animals lately. So I'm hoping 2 will be good. And then just adding in some other enrichment. We have 0 food enrichment for them though. So I gotta do research on them. I added in this waterfall just because, I mean, it looks good. It's an enrichment item, whatever. I think that looks great. No, I didn't add in any like special rock structures or anything like I've been trying to do enclosures. Um, I just basically threw in a couple of trees and a bunch of fucking small foliage, and that was basically it. Um, but yeah, I don't know. It's a very simple enclosure, like I said. There's not really too much to talk about with it. It was simple. It was straightforward. I didn't have any issues. I didn't really challenge myself with this enclosure. Just because I didn't really have an idea on what to do. That's my big thing. Is I just I'm kind of struggling when it comes to creativity on some of these enclosures, especially for an animal like this, where it's fairly simple. The only thing I could think to do is like if I made a hard shelter, if I made like my own barrier, stuff like that. That's basically all I could like see myself doing that would be somewhat challenging. Otherwise, sorry about that. I have no idea what I was saying. I got interrupted in the middle of recording. But yeah. So now we're gonna go through, put in some foliage, put in a couple of sorry, a couple of like mossy rocks and stuff. Again, I still don't think this filter is doing stuff right, because why is there African specific trees in here when I'm choosing Asia? So I'm very confused. But yeah, so I added a couple bamboos in because that is their native habitat. Just to make it green over there basically. We always gotta add at least one set of lily pads in our water. You know how it is. It's a staple now. Some reeds as well. Bring some life to the water, make it look a little more realistic. Because if there's water, there's reeds, you know? But yeah, then I'm just throwing in a couple like little trees here and there. Stuff like that. Couple mossy rocks just to um, help with the immersion, I guess. Or not the immersion, but the realism of the habitat. A really big tree. Like that thing was tall as that thing was just huge when I clicked on it. I was like, that's crazy. I did not think it would be that big. Um, and then just random like foliage everywhere, like grass and shit, and some more trees. And then I saw these. I thought these were cool. Yeah, the little hedges that are in shapes of animals and stuff. I'm so sorry I'm yawning so much. I'm so tired. Um, but yeah, so just a bunch of little foliage, little stuff here and there. Just to fill in gaps, make it not look as barren. Um, and then we do. I thought I added another tree or two, but maybe I didn't. I guess I didn't. I should add more trees. We might do that right now when we go and check it out. And then all that's left is our education, uh, which is fairly simple. It's the same thing every time, just copy paste everywhere. Um, and yeah, I probably should have done this in 4 times, but in 4 times it would only been like 5 minutes. So, or it was like 7. But yeah, just doing the normal stuff we do for our education. Couple TVs, couple speakers. Um, basically, I did have the snow leopard escape right before filming this, so I had to throw up a big ass knoll barrier and hope that it stops jumping. It just started randomly one day jumping from the fucking mountain. It wasn't doing that before for so long, and then it randomly just started doing it. So I was like, okay, we'll throw an old barrier in. That should fix it, and we'll go from there. And it fixed it. So, so going through, putting in our speakers. We're gonna have to delete speakers right now too. But going through, just adding our speakers everywhere, so that people aren't fucking annoying and crying about no education. So we do that. We have so many gaps to fill in too. We're gonna have to make another episode soon, where we go through and just clean up parts of the zoo again, like we did with that big picnic area and stuff. So we did that. Got to bring up the heat map again and go through and delete the ones on the snow leopard side, because I just put too many on the snow leopard side to begin with anyway. So, and then I'm like, okay, I need power and water. So we do power and water. I look at those, they're the right temperature, so I don't know why that temperature symbol's even there. Because they're the right temperature. But we're going to add power, add water, and call it a day, basically. And then just add them to the corresponding work zone for the area. Because every time I forget that, we end up just getting a fucking generator that explodes. And I put them all to 6 months. I'm starting to remember to do that. Because if I leave it at a year, they end up exploding before they get checked. So 6 months seems to be the number for generators and transformers and water treatment and stuff like that. Wait, do you have to add TVs to a work zone? Like, do those have to get maintained? Surely not, right? I don't know. I hope not. So we're doing our normal layout that we've been doing lately, which is bench, trash can, recycle, and lamp. And then a couple of them have donation bins because we gotta make money somehow. I mean, we're at 2.4 mil, so we're chilling for right now. We're making good money. But that number, hopefully, I'm trying to make it so stuff doesn't fucking progress too much. We're already in year 42 of the zoo. So I'm trying to make it so stuff doesn't progress. So I'm trying to, every time I play, I'm trying to pause it like as soon as possible. Because I want very little time to progress. Otherwise, I'm going to have to sit here and keep fucking adopting animals for fucking 3 hours to fill in habitats. We just had a fucking zebra die that was born in our zoo. It died at the age of like 38. It was born in our zoo. So, a lot of animals are going to start dying, and I gotta kind of think about that. But yeah, so we're doing our normal thing. Just the lamps everywhere and stuff like that. But yeah, let's go take a closer look at the habitat, and then I'll give you guys a quick little update again on what we're going to be doing next episode. But yeah, let's go check it out. Alright, I tried getting rid of the rain, but it wasn't moving. I let time progress for like probably a minute on the 3x speed, and the rain wasn't going away. So we're gonna have to look at it like this. I am gonna add some more trees real quick to this enclosure. But we got 3, so we got 1 male and 2 females in here. It says there's no hard shelter, there is. It's just because the game's fucking broken for the first like 5 minutes when you play. So, yeah. Let's see, coverage could be higher. I don't know if I want to do palm trees. I feel like that's just so basic to do palm trees by the water. But I guess we could add a couple of those. And then I want like a big, maybe like one, those aren't that big. I want something tall. Not like super tall, maybe like half the height of this big ass tree next to me. I'm not seeing anything that I want to use. What about, that's pretty good. I wish there wasn't as much leaves down at the bottom as there is, but that's pretty good. I'll do that like, I didn't even think about where I would put it. I'll do that like right here. Add some more stuff. I think that's good. I was gonna add a couple of these too, because I really like the way these look. Maybe if I grew one out of the rock. Not like actually on the rock, but like this. I think that looks great. Alright, so that's good. But yeah, so that these elephants are pretty happy with their enclosure. Except for the enrichment, but everything else is good. Hard shelter, see it went up. But yeah, overall, it's a very simple habitat, but it looks good. Hopefully the guests enjoy it. Hopefully they actually use this loop. I might add a bathroom over here too, because I know we're kind of lacking in the bathroom area. But yeah, even this, they don't really go to this. There's very few guests who actually go in here. It's packed right now, but usually it's not. Trust me, usually it's not. This loop, though, seems to be popping every now and again, the loop that goes this way. Every now and again, it'll be fucking maxed out with people. So I think adding that loop to the zoo was a good idea. But the zoo's staying busy. We got a lot of very cool enclosures, I'd say, and a very just cool looking zoo in general. Like, I'd enjoy walking around this for sure. Yeah, I think it's a pretty good looking zoo though. But so, my general idea for next episode, so first off, we're gonna, this is the thing I'm having an issue with, is I want a plaza in the middle of the shared enclosure, okay? Um, I'm thinking it be like 4 stores wide on each side. So, let's see. Am I fucking stupid? Oh, you know what? It's a guess. I'm dumb. But so I'm thinking. Oh shit! Yeah, that's right. I wanted to do a restaurant too. That's big. That's a big boy. Yeah, there ain't no way I'm actually like making. Oh, food truck. There's no way I'm like gonna actually try to make like a whole ass restaurant. Zoo entrance. Food stalls. I only have the 2 European restaurants. Damn, that one's big, dude. I don't want a European restaurant though. I guess I am gonna have to make my own restaurant. I don't understand the layout though, at all. Where the fuck's the front door? Is this big ass gap right here the front door? I don't understand. Let me look. Yeah, that big ass gap's the front door. Oh, they serve it on both sides. They serve it on the inside and the outside. Okay, and then you want to give it that kind of like... You just want to make it seem like it can fill up with people. We might attempt to make our own thing. So actually, let's give this an idea or a thought real quick. So let's try to think this out, plan it out. So, I want the plaza to start about right here, okay? And I want it pretty much snug with that. Boom, just like that, okay? And then I'm gonna want at least 2 of these on either side of this. This is all gonna get changed. But, so, not, and I don't want them that close, actually. And then we want it to be the same length on both sides. And we're gonna want to be able to do something like this times 3. You know what I mean? So, and then I want a staff path wrapping around the whole thing. And then, actually, no, I don't. I don't want a staff path. I have to figure out how to implement this generator. That's my thing right now. This generator is fucking me. But I'm thinking, let me test something real quick. So if we go over to nature, And we go over to, where's those pine trees? We go over to the cypress trees. We go over to the cypress trees. If I do something like this, or even put just a building around it, but I wouldn't mind doing something like this, okay? And then we go hit play real quick so that it registers. And then we go to negative impact. See, that doesn't fucking fix anything to nature? Because that's my issue, is because I need this to do all the stuff right here. Actually, I could just throw it back here. Those both are water. Well, I'm still gonna need power over here for everything else. And I believe doing walls doesn't do shit. We could test it real quick. But I don't think walls do anything. This is the only thing that I'm like struggling with right now. Is this is the only thing I'm struggling with right now, though. Is trying to do this in a way it doesn't have to look pretty. But that's still gonna have a negative impact on guests. So that's currently my issue. Is because if you look, this powers everything right here. So yeah, that's currently my issue, is I need this to power everything. Actually, you know what? Okay. You know what, never mind, my plan will work, because what I'm going to do then, since I can't get this to do what I want it to do, is I'm going to have guest paths going along each side, down, so that they can still see over here. On each side. Oh god, this plaza is going to be big. Because I want each side to be able to have seats as well. So going down each side is going to be a little area that's going to have benches and shit, so people would sit down and look at the enclosure. And then the back is just going to be the staff path area. I'm just going to have the staff path along the back, and that'll be the habitat gate for the big enclosure, the water pump, and the transformer. I think that's what I'll do. I don't know. This is going to be a very big enclosure with a lot of... I might not do the plaza right away either. I might do like the layout for the plaza, but not finish building it. That's probably what I'll do, because the plaza alone could be a whole episode. Because I'm going to hand build the entire thing for the most part. So, yeah, we'll do that. The plaza, I'll do a layout for it, and I'll make the layout even bigger than I need it to be. And we'll build the enclosure first in one episode. And then the next episode, we'll go and do the plaza. That's what I'm thinking. Yeah, I think that'll be good. But, yeah, so that's, I just want to let you guys know about all that. Kind of talk out loud a little bit, too, to help me kind of get some ideas. But, I hope you guys enjoyed this episode of Planet Zoo. If you did, please don't forget to like and subscribe. Comment down below what you guys want to see on the channel in the future. And I'll see you guys very soon in the next one. Stay safe out there. Peace out, guys.